Hare Krishna, bro. Prabhu, without that say for example, you are in the material world when we are doing anything else, without that misidentification with the body, actually speaking, if we identify on the right path, you will not be able to do anything on the other end, right? Say
No,
for
why?
example, in the role play, say you're working or anything, doing anything else outside. So when you identify that you are not this body, actually it becomes like you are disassociated with anything around there. You feel you are not, it's like you are misidentified at that place. Based on my practical experience, when I went for something else outside, I didn't feel that, okay, until we are in ignorance, we'll not be able to even enjoy materially also, right?
No, unless it's there, you have to have a constant mission of the Lord. Then you can role play for the Lord's mission. Role play by itself, you cannot do anything. You will fall into ignorance. Role play has to serve your constitutional identity. All my role plays are all servants of my constitutional identity, who is a servant of Krishna. I am the servant of Krishna. Why is constitutional? That is permanent. Why the others are role plays? Because they come and go. They are situational. Within one day, hundreds of role plays we are taking.
No, but in the outside world, then the entire thing becomes meaningless, no?
Outside world, it's meaningless. That's why we say, don't be in the outside world. There is no formula given that you can be in the outside world and go back to Krishna. He says, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. Whether you are inside physically or outside, you have to practice these principles, then only you can be Krishna consciousness. Bhagavad Gita is not a book of knowledge how to settle and how to perfect something in this world. Many people take Bhagavad Gita and they say that it is meant for this, or how to do work, this, that, all these things. Simply, it's all simply what is, that's not message of Krishna. Krishna wants to gift us our constitutional identity. Krishna wants to gift us something eternal. And they take some little message of Krishna on how to control senses. They'll take, how to control senses. So that they can better serve their body. Because they are seeing, even in the body also, there are so many senses, coordination is required. Suppose one sense takes away, he will hit the other senses, no? So coordination is required. So many identities, Mr. Tongue is there, Mr. Ears are there, Mr. Eyes are there, Mr. Skin is there. All these fellows are all fighting for your free will, for your attention. They all want to. Mr. Tongue wants to enjoy his tongue forever, if possible. So like this, there is a competition. So even to be a successful karmi, you need to control. So he says, he realizes there is need to control. Acha, Bhagavad Gita, tells you how to control. Control for what? So that I can more efficiently enjoy my body. That is not the message of Bhagavad Gita. That is why we don't go and, in all the corporates, we'll say, okay, we'll teach you Bhagavad Gita, self-control, how to be efficient in your work. We can't do that. Then what nonsense are you going and preaching? So we don't have such classes in corporates, saying that, how you can, okay, at the most you can say, when you come here, art of mind control, you can tell. But what for mind control? For whose purpose mind control? When the person enrolls art of mind control, you think mind control is very important, because only by mind control I can be powerful in this world. That's why they're walking in. When they get the pamphlet, art of mind control, because he's trying to control, he's unable to control. So here there is a solution, art of mind control, let me go there. And here he comes and hears Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We are giving the highest, what mind control? We are teaching out how to come out of Maya, illusion.